Hi everyone, welcome back to Java 1 for All. In this video we are going to talk about Lambdas, and actually I'm just going to explain a little bit, and in the next video we are going to understand a little bit more of Lambdas by practicing with different types. So let's go back to our car predicate. First thing that we need to understand is what do we need to make a Lambda work. Lambda can be used with any functional interface. And what is a functional interface? Functional interface is a interface that has only one abstracted method. So when I add this annotation right here and I try to, for example, create more than one method, you will see that we get a compilation error. So you cannot have a Lambda expression with interfaces that are not functional. So you can have as many methods as you want, as long as as long as just one is abstract. So if we go to the predicate class created by Java, you can see that we have Boolean test, and then you have several different other methods, but the difference is they have this default. It means that you can have a body, meaning that it will not be abstract. So basically, first rule, if you want to have a Lambda expression, you need the interface to be a functional interface. And the second thing is your method, your abstract method, tells everything that you need to know about your Lambda. Basically, this is what we call function descriptor, because Lambda is not a method. Lambda is a functional. Technically speaking, when we talk about methods, they are always tied to a class, but lambdas, they are not kind of tied to a class. They are anonymous, they are concise, and they are not tied to the method that they are being executed or the class. That's why we usually call function for lambdas, not method. And the lambda, it has the following syntax. You have the parameters, then you have the arrow, and the expression. Looking at the test, you have test. The name doesn't matter because it's anonymous, remember. The parameter, you also have it defined. For example, you have the parameter car. So if we are creating Lambda expression for this one, here should be car. Well, William, but in the previous video, you didn't use like this. Well, this is just a shortcut, but technically, you can have a very descriptive reference variable. So this parameter of car is the parameter that you are having here. So we have a parameter that's kind of a reference variable, and you have the expression. So the expression, it doesn't matter what is, as long as it follows the contract. So in our case, we have to return a Boolean. So what happens, for example, if I was trying to just print the car, we get an exception. Why? Because this method is not returning a Boolean. It's void. So it can be anything as long as you have the result, returning the result that's Boolean. In this case, since we define here car, we can call car and then anything, get color and equals green, for example. Okay, we know, but what if we want to name the parameter differently? If I want to rename x, well, just have to rename here as x as well. So basically, going back here, you can have any name because this is just a parameter, like a reference. What if we didn't have this? Well, the Lambda expression would look something like this if it didn't ask for a parameter. So if it was something like this, technically, this would work. Let me just get here. So technically, this would work perfectly fine. Why? Because the contract says that this is not asking for anything for return, and we are not asking for any parameters. So no parameters and void as return being executed by this. So let me just go back here to Boolean and car. And if you say, for example, William, that we are returning Boolean, what is the return? The return is implicit. Java knows that you are returning the value. So let me go back this to car. But for example, if you wanted to explicitly say return, you can add the return keyword here as well, but you have to follow some rules. So if you want to add the return, you need to have this syntax. Open the curly braces, close the curly braces, and this needs to have a semicolon. So if I expand this a little bit, it will look like this. So now we are explicitly saying, hey, I'm returning the result of this getColor.equals. Well, as you can see, IntelliJ is complaining, saying that we can make this a little bit better, and we can just replace this with a Lambda expression. So basically, this is what you have to remember. Lambda's expression can work only with functional interfaces. Functional interfaces is an interface with only one abstract method, and the interface abstract method tells you everything that you need to know about your Lambda expression. So that's it for now. In the next video, we are going to go a little bit ahead, and we are going to see how we can work with different functional interfaces, because this one is returning Boolean, but we have other ones, consumer. For example, we have this one, consumer, and we also have another one inside this package that is called function. That gets not this one, function, classes. Yeah, maybe. There you go. Very interesting, huh? So let's continue in the next video. Bye.